Are you in the club?
Hey, this is Disney Cars Toy Club, and today we're going to be opening up and testing out the Play-Doh Sweet Shop Cupcake Tower. And I told you guys in our Poo-Doh video that we uploaded a week and a half ago that if you hit the thumb up button enough, we would do some Poo-Doh cupcakes, and that video got over 800 likes. So we are going to be making some Poo cupcakes today. I figured what better way to celebrate Mother's Day weekend than with some Poo cupcakes. Now we're going to go ahead and set our chocolate burrito aside. Let's go ahead and get this cupcake tower opened up. Oh, to make sure we don't hit any of our log torpedoes over there. Let's go ahead and get this taken out. That's going to be your Play-Doh and the Play-Doh Plus. I think this is going to be the instructions. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And so I guess you're going to put the Play-Doh in the cupcake maker. You can also load it into the compound, it says. And then you press down, it's going to make some of the cupcakes right there. So very cool. Seems like it's going to be pretty easy to use. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it out of here. So it looks like you get a total of 5 Play-Doh containers, including 2 of the Play-Doh Plus, which I also have sitting over here in the corner. The only bad thing about this kit is the containers of Play-Doh that comes with it's kind of small. So this is a standard size Play-Doh tub, and those are the smaller ones that come inside of the kit. So you're probably going to want some extra Play-Doh on hand if you're going to buy this kit. And there's like a fork, and here's part of the tower as well. There's a knife. That's really useful for just working with the Play-Doh. I've actually been wanting one of those anyways. And it looks like this is going to be part of the tower as well. So I'll go ahead and get the tower put together and we'll see what it looks like. So here's a look at the cupcake tower once it's put together. And you put the Play-Doh in up top and then you press it down and then it comes out the bottom right there. And as you can see, it's got like a star shape. Now one thing I want to point out before we start making these cupcakes, it says right here, what's the difference between just the regular Play-Doh and the Play-Doh Plus. It says for the regular Play-Doh it's best for the actual cupcake mold, and then the Play-Doh Plus is going to be best for the icing or the frosting because it's easier to press out. So let's go ahead and start with making a cupcake. Let's go ahead and open up the brown Play-Doh. So here is the the brown Play-Doh, and we're gonna just push it right down in there until it hits the bottom, and then we're gonna take this and just mash it on down even more. So I think you're supposed to actually place it on the ground so that it doesn't squeeze out the bottom right there. And then let's go ahead and take this excess Play-Doh off. We'll go ahead and press it down a little bit more. And again, it's coming out the bottom. We'll go ahead and mash that down. And then let's open it up, and this is going to be our first cupcake mold. And the reason why the hole's there, I believe, is so that you can actually push the cupcake out. So it's kind of a small cupcake. We'll go ahead and place it down there. And then let's go ahead and add, let's see, what color Play-Doh? Let's do this hot pink back here. That'll be pretty cool. Now the one thing I do like about these Play-Doh Plus that come inside of the kit is it has this little lip right here so that you can actually take the lids off the Play-Doh. I wish all the Play-Doh tubs had that. So here is the Play-Doh Plus, and it does feel a lot different than regular Play-Doh. It's almost like pressing onto like bread or something. We're gonna put this right into the top here. Actually, I guess I need to roll it just a little bit more. We'll place it right down in there, and then we're going to take this and we're going to start pushing it down, and so that you guys can kind of see what's going on, we will show it like this, and I'm pushing down, and there is our icing, and of course it wants to go in its own direction there. Okay, well it doesn't really want to work on its own. You kind of have to help it along a little bit. So here is the icing, and we'll just go ahead and place it on there the old-fashioned way with our hands. And that is our first Play-Doh cupcake right there. So for our next Play-Doh cupcake, we're going to take this orangish yellow color and we're going to press it into another cupcake. We're gonna make more of a colorful one this time. And let's go ahead and take it out. And again, you could use the little Play-Doh knife to take off the excess around it, but you know, I'll just use my hands just as easy. Go ahead and push it out of there. There's our little cupcake mold. We'll place it in here. And then for the icing, actually let's do the blue. I think the blue will look pretty cool. This is actually not going to be the Play-Doh Plus that we're going to use for the icing. I'm going to see what happens when we use the regular Play-Doh in the top here. And let's go ahead and put it in the tube. That should be enough. I don't want to put the whole thing in there. And let's go ahead and push it down, and out it comes again. And once again it wants to tip over, so we'll just hold it. So let's go ahead and take that out. Yeah, it doesn't really want to just go on there on its own, so you have to kind of help it along. And the one thing that I noticed, if you look right here, there's still some of the pink Play-Doh Plus on there. Once you squeeze the Play-Doh down, and I'll show it to you here in just a minute, it doesn't actually go, like some of the Play-Doh will still be left in the tube, unfortunately. So there is our blue and orange cupcake. We'll set it back here, and then to show you guys, as you can see, there's still a lot of Play-Doh left. It seems like they didn't make this quite as big as the actual hole, and if you look down there, it's still got a lot down there, and I pushed it all the way through, so you can't really push it any more than that, so it's just kind of sitting down there, unfortunately. So what I did when I edited the video a minute ago, I just took a pin and I pushed it back through to get it out. So there you go, it's out of there, but if you look closely, there's still some Play-Doh in there. Now, to show you some of the shapes on here, let's do this this heart right here. I want to see what this heart looks like. So if you take your Play-Doh and just mash it down, like right there is going to be a heart. As you can see, it got a little blue Play-Doh on there. Let's see, let's try another shape. Looks like that's kind of like a little dog right there. Let's try the little dog. Let's see what happens when we mash it down. So there's a little dog. And actually, let's try a few shapes all at once. Just mash them all down right there. So there we got a star, a seashell, and I think that's supposed to be an elephant right there, but doesn't look too good as an elephant. Let's go ahead and try a different color of Play-Doh, and let's see what some of these shapes look like. Let's try some of the shapes on the bottom. Let's try this. I think it's a bow tie or a butterfly, one or the other. I didn't see what it was before I stuck it in there. I think that's supposed to be, I don't know, it's either a bow tie or a butterfly. You guys can guess on that one. Let's try this shamrock right here. We'll just kind of roll the Play-Doh up a little bit. Let's push it down. Alright, so there's kind of a green shamrock. Let's try a couple more of the shapes down here. I'm going to do the donut, and then I think it's kind of like a chocolate bar or something on the other side. So there's our donut, and there's kind of a chocolate bar. Let's try that chocolate bar one more time. Let's really smash it down in there. There we go. You know, we didn't try any of the shapes up here. Again, here's some of the shapes. Let's try this fish over here. This fish looks pretty cool. Smash him in there. And there's kind of a fish. Let's try the giraffe. Let's see what the giraffe looks like. Get it mashed in there real good. So that's what it looks like when you really mash it in there. Let's try one last shape. Let's do the strawberry. I really want to see what this strawberry looks like. So there is our strawberry. Alright, so we've reached the point of the video that I think some of you guys have been waiting for. Let's take our first little Bo Pooper over here, and we're gonna make it into the bottom half of a cupcake. Go ahead and pull him apart, put him in there, and let's go ahead and mash it down. I think we're gonna need a little bit more of our turd nugget right there. Let's go ahead and add some more. Let's mash it. And let's see what our first poopy cupcake looks like. Go ahead and take it out of here. And you know, the interesting thing about the Playdough is it smells exactly like the Playdough Plus. It's got like this cinnamon fruity smell to it. So, you know, it doesn't actually say Playdough anywhere on the Playdough, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But there's our first bottom half of our poopy cupcake. We'll put it right there. Let's go ahead and put some colorful frosting on there. Let's do the hot pink. Put some hot pink on our Playdough cupcake. So here's a better look at our Playdough cupcake. Let's go ahead and press the frosting down, and here it comes. And there goes our cupcake. Gotta hold it once again, and there is our first Dance of the Dingleberries cupcake. So he's got some pink and blue frosting. Go ahead and set him down over here. He's got so much frosting it can hardly stand up. Now for our next mud turtle biscuit cupcake, we're going to use this green Play-Doh to make the base of the cupcake. Again, we got the bottom part down there. And then we're going to mash a thumper dumper over here. We're going to mash it down the cupcake tower for the frosting. So let's go ahead and get our green cupcake out of here. That's a very cool looking green color. Now let's go ahead and take this next brown eel here, and we're going to push it into the top. Now let's go ahead and mash it down, and boy, it's just sliding on down through there. That actually does look kind of like chocolate frosting in a way. Okay, let's go ahead and cut it. Here's a closer look at our Poo Poo Sausage Puppy Chow cupcake. That looks absolutely delicious. We will set that back here in the back. Now for our next cupcake, we're going to use the Playdough Plus for the bottom half. This is going to be a purple one. We'll call it Painful Purple. Go ahead and push down. Let's go ahead and take it on out of there. Still got some green left over there. Getting all sorts of Play-Doh mixed up in this video. There's our Painful Purple cupcake bottom. We will set it right there. Then we're going to take what's left of our chocolate meatball sandwich over here. We're going to roll it up again, and we're going to push it down the tube. Still got some right there on the end. That's kind of a funny one. So we'll go ahead and put the rest of it in there. Fire in the hole. And let's push on down. Now this one actually might, I was going to say I was hoping it would actually make it through there, but it still tipped over. Go ahead and get the rest of this off. We'll twirl it up. And right there we go. I call this cupcake Dirty Up the Bowl Tube Steak Surprise with Purple Painful. So here's our next cupcake. We'll just set him right over here. Now for our next cupcake, we'll go ahead and pull this apart, and we're going to place him right in there. Let's do another green. We'll call this one the Incredible Hulk. Go ahead and push it on down. Alright, so here is the bottom part. We'll call it the Hulkster. Now let's get our last remaining Slim Jim Fudge Dragon Surprise. We'll go ahead and cut it in half. Roll it up. Let's go ahead and take our brown doogler and put it in the hole, and we'll go ahead and push it down. There it goes down the hole. And this one actually came out pretty rough. In fact, that one looks pretty chewed up. We'll go ahead and shape it up into some frosting. And let's put it on our Incredible Hulk. And that is one colon cowboy cupcake right there. Delicious. Let's go ahead and set it back there. Now for our final cupcake, I'm actually going to reuse the bottom half of one of our older Play-Doh cupcakes. We're going to place it down in there. We're going to take what's left of our chocolate sea pickle floater. We're going to put it in the top here. Put that little turd nugget right there, and let's go ahead and place it into the top. Here comes our final Admiral Browning cupcake right here. I'm holding out hope that the cupcake will actually stay upright, but the icing just completely missed altogether and went off in its own direction. So here is our brown on brown chocolate cupcake surprise. You could almost fertilize the lawn with that one. We'll set it back there. Now before we end this video, I want to make a few of the shapes using the Playdough. So here's going to be our first one. There's our Playdough pretzel, delicious. There's our Playdough puppy. There's our Playdough bear, and he's got kind of a line going across his face. Doesn't look too happy about that. Oh, you know we couldn't do the video without a Playdough donut. Here's our donut. Here is a Playdough butterfly. And finally, we have a Playdough piece of candy. There you go, boys and girls. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of the Playdough, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. This is Disney Cars Toy Club, and as always, thanks for stopping by.